everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the MVD show, a place here where we're here to simply just discuss topics, to laugh, to cry, all the emotions that you are thinking about. We are here to express it here on this show. Thank you so much once again for tuning into the MVD show today. I was here last week and I'm here again today. Thank you so much. May God bless you. So today I'm here with a guest. I'm here with the lovely Abby. We're here to discuss the life of COVID-19 after. So we're here to discuss the life after, how life is going to be after, and also to discuss, to go back in the timeline of March 2020 when lockdown was announced. But before we get into that, thank you very much once again for tuning in to today. I'm your host, Eunice Isabel, and let's get into the conversation. So, Abby, hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good actually. I'm excited for this. Let's get excited to, have a conversation with you and with what you do at work and stuff like that. So just introduce yourself to everyone. What do you do? And yeah, just stuff like that.
Hello everyone tuning in. Bambote na binonyoso ota tudus. My name is Abigail. I'm a healthcare worker. I work in a hospital. I work in a maternity. And yes, I've been going through it during the pandemic.
Yes. So she's been going through it through the pandemic. She has been right in the heart, right in the center of it all. While we are at home having our struggles, she was also having her struggles, her tiredness, her pressures while she was at work. So that's what we're here to simply just discuss. So let's go back to just first of all how this whole pandemic has been for you.
To be honest, it's been stressful, but at the same time it's been a blessing as well.
Yeah.
I'll say stressful, why? Because I was there in the front line, whilst the majority of the world was sitting at home. NHS workers, ambulance, doctors, teachers, people that work in Sainsbury's, Tesco's, we was dealing with it. But me as a NHS worker, it stressful because number one, when we first heard about the pandemic, we didn't have the correct PPE, so we wasn't really prepared. You can't be prepared for something you didn't know that was going to happen. So it started off with we just had to wear masks and apron, and we're around so many people, so there's no such thing as 2 meters distance, 2 meters distance. It's impossible. Why? Because you're always in contact with your patients, and for someone like me that works in maternity, the mothers need support. The mothers need support, so you can't do too many distance. And that time as well, we didn't have COVID swabs, so we didn't know he had COVID or that person carried antibodies. So it was all about if you cough, you sneeze, you go home. And technically, we was all coughing and sneezing because of hay fever, but it was just annoying, and I was paranoid as well, because a lot of us as well, we have family members at home who are high risk, and my biggest fear is that if I did have the COVID and bring it home, how was it going to affect my mum, my dad, and other staff members got kids as well that already got health issues. It was just it was terrible. And then you don't realise that your colleagues as well, most of them had health issues, so because of that they had to go off sick. Most of our colleagues were pregnant, they had to go off sick. So we couldn't really employ nurses or doctors, because like I said, it's during the pandemic, everything had shut down. So we had to stick with what we got. And that means most of us working double shift, extra hours, your days off, they call you, need to come into work, you're tired, you're stressed, and it was just too much. But I just thank God
100%
for giving me strength.
So would you say that the lack of PPE was the cause for the rises in deaths? Would you say that? So the lack of swabs, the lack of the swab testing, the lack of the PPE, the lack of the social distancing, so kind of not knowing what this virus has to come. Would you say the lack of knowledge basically was one of the causes in rises of death?
Definitely, I agree. It was, because we wasn't prepared, like I said. We found out about the virus. We didn't know how serious it was. until we heard about people dying, and then that's when, you know, the government decided to have PPE. But then going on the internet, I realised China was prepared. China was prepared. Why is it us in the UK, we wasn't prepared? It's only when it got to, like, we had like 1 million deaths, now they want to prepare us. I believe that what they should have done first, when they heard about the virus, before it got serious, all the swabs, everyone should have been swabbed, regarding us, staff members, people at home, patients. Then that's how we could have prevented it as well. And the lack of equipment we had at the beginning, lack of funding as well. Like, the government didn't want to give us in the beginning.
So you also basically say that if the government had basically, let's just say, if the government had basically looked at China and see what they're doing, do you think we wouldn't be in this situation that we are in right now?
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that is true, yeah, because one thing I always say, that the government, they're too big-headed to ask other people. They could have just simply asked China, oh, so what are you doing? What have you done to prevent? And I thought that probably would have been a good thing. I don't know, maybe just that's me looking at it from just a civilian. Obviously, I'm not, you know, part of the MPs and stuff like that, so I don't know how the whole government stuff work. But I think it would have been better for them to just simply go to, just ask someone, so what are you doing? What are you doing to kind of prevent this? Because obviously we can see that New Zealand, my lad is out there apparently.
They're COVID free.
So like, I always ask myself, well, what did they do to get to that stage? But it's like, why can't our government ask them, like, what did you do to get to the stage? But I think it's this whole thing of just being big-headed and just kind of wanting to lead your own country. I feel like maybe that's one of the things that has led us on to this situation. So going on to the topics of the virus and whole thing, do you think that the reason why ethnic minorities are getting the virus, do you think it's our genetics, or do you think it's because we're in the front lines?
For me, my opinion, I'm kind of like 50-50, because why is it just us ethnic minorities is supposed to happen to us but not Caucasian? It's like, for example, the sickle cells, it will affect black and Asians. HIV, black and Asians. AIDS, black and Asian. When this Ebola and Zika's virus came out, black and Asians. Especially when the COVID came out, black and Asians, or black people are most likely to die, Asian people are most likely to die. But me checking for the statistics, I'm seeing it's more like Caucasian people are getting it. So I don't really understand that, because end of the day, just like, what is it that we have that
makes us
Caucasians don't have, and makes us more high risk? But then is that, shouldn't we be the first one queuing up getting the vaccines? But why are the Caucasians queuing up getting the vaccines? So me, just like, me personally, speaking on myself, I'm not sure what is going on.
Yeah, so would you say basically that there's a high rise in Caucasians getting the vaccine, but the death is basically coming from ethnic minorities? Because that's what I'm basically getting from what you're saying, and basically from what you've seen and what we've all seen on the statistics, that Caucasian people are more likely to get the virus, but they are not likely to die from it, basically. So that's what basically you would say.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
agree.
So on the topics of the vaccine, so just simply what's your opinion on it?
Like I said, I'm 50-50. I'm paranoid as well, because if you look at when paracetamol was made, ibuprofen was made, did it not take a long time for it to be made? And within less than a year, all of a sudden we've got the vaccines. Seeing like people that I know get the vaccines, I've been seeing like they end up getting COVID. Some of them, you know, the arms are numb, some of them becoming ill, some of them bazobika na baongapu to nazo komprangote. So ngapenza na ba vaccine wana nazo di mangote. Because na yebite soke zaya solo, soke zaya vet, soke vaccine oye ko pesa biso maladi, soke ekobika biso. Ngaputu na yebite. So me personally, vaccine ngaputu na zakutu prete because of vaccine. Ona zela nan. Because same thing with the cervical cancer vaccine it came up because Jade Goody died. I remember I was in year 9. As soon as she had cervical cancer, I know that it was good to make us more aware, because we're young girls, young this, young. Come 10 years on, I can say myself I will get that, because a lot of my work colleagues my schoolmates got the vaccine, no side effects, nothing happened to them. But my vaccine oil, and I was on one of our side effects of Bailey, and they won't tell us what's inside. So, and then I thought black people were supposed to die from the COVID.
Yeah.
So Nini, Basali vaccine on Bisotobika when they wanted us to die from the COVID. So the same people that said they want to die from it, now this is the same vaccine. Those were Bisotobika.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're exactly true. And you know, sometimes what I always think here, I always think that this vaccine was made to kind of target black people. Sometimes I kind of think about it and I look at the statistics. I just look everywhere because there's obviously so much conspiracies around. And it's like, we're human, we're not just going to stick to one thing and believe one thing. 1 minute you could believe this, the next minute you could believe this. And I don't know why. For me, I do slice a bit believe that the vaccine was, the virus was kind of set out to destroy us, to kill us black people. And there was even a video going around of Bill Gates saying that there's 50 million Africans in the country, and it was basically just saying that we need to get rid of them. And I was a bit confused on, you know, why would they do that? And out of all people, Bill Gates, you're not God, do you get me? With this, so why would you want to wipe out a whole nation of people? But yet, it didn't make sense. It's sad. And also with the whole thing in lockdown back home, for example in Congo, they can't leave their house at 8. So do you think that the virus is there back home? Let's just say simply in Africa, because I don't think that the virus is in Africa as a whole, if I have to really be honest with you. So do you think that the virus is there?
I personally think it's there, but it's not as bad as it is here, because I'm from Angola, and when I'm on Facebook, social media, I'm still seeing that they're partying, but looking at my tanga, all they're doing is wearing masks. Me personally, I think it's there, but it's not as bad. But then again, you need to remember as well, back home, they don't have medicines like us. Even if they do, they always go back to their traditional roots. They all drink these herbs and everything that kills the flu. Because remember, we're here. As soon as we get ill, we take paracetamol. We get ill even more. So
we're getting used to the whole taking medicine right off. But for them,
they're not used to that. So so if they're wondering why there's not many deaths back home, it's because they're not taking the medicines that we take. They're going back to drinking lots of herbal drinks, by my feet in the bango, by sangsungo, by ginger and everything, by lemon. It's silly.
Yeah. But I feel like them locking down back home, because we need to think about the life back home. Their life is not like our life. There, il faut pas bima to get money every day. Il faut back in the to the market. They have to sell things every day just to get money. With us, is like we can stay at home, chill, and money will still be coming into our banks. But with them, if you buy bima, so that's the thing. I feel like one thing is that what they're trying to twist our minds, that because why is it in back home that they have to quarantine and do all this lockdown? But it's like, you know the life how it is back home. You know that they're suffering. They have to stand up and go and look for money, and it's not like, hey, we can just chill, we can just sit down and the money's coming into our account. So it's a bit confusing to why they would do that. But then again, I feel like this is how they take them the countries all their gems and stuff, because this is what they're doing. They're fooling people. They're kind of fooling people, I feel like, into thinking that, there's a virus, so you need to 8 o'clock, you need to come home, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it's a bit confusing, but obviously at this point, Zambic Gaga, to be honest. But with the deaths, do you think that number? I forgot all the numbers, but do you think that number is really real? Because that death toll for the UK is high. So do you think it's partially real?
Like I said, whatever the government's doing, let God take control in it. But with the death toll, I feel like they're using it just to add numbers to scare people. But like I said, I work in a hospital, and I was seeing on the news, people are dying left, right, centre. There's no beds, there's no this, there's no that, there's no medication. like where they filmed, I went there. Kutu na ba A&E, omoni mutute.
Yeah.
Ozo mona batute. So where are these people? Bazolo bakufi bazo tanda bangona mabele.
Yeah.
I don't see it. And top of that as well, like everyone has like illnesses. So maybe it was your time to go. But I don't want to use and cover it that says COVID. Remember December times, old people, they get old. People over the age of 80 plus, but you know, winter tea.
Yeah.
So of course, they will die. It's been like that every single year. Like during winter, we always had the highest death rates because of the old people. But then now because of COVID, I know that few people have died from COVID, but I feel like they're using that to add numbers, to increase, to exaggerate. Is because, like I said, the government, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, you know, for the tick and look at Maboka and Zambi, but
yeah,
like I said, this death troll, like Nazoku to Kundi Mangote
is a bit, yeah.
Because these homeless people that you see on the streets, they're not wearing masks, they can't afford masks, but all loud and bala coughing and sneezing, all snuggled up together. I haven't seen one of them get COVID.
Exactly.
But yo, get not hospital COVID or coffee.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and what's annoying, I feel like, is they really, the news seem to really praise this death tolls. There's millions of people that are dying every day, but it's like they seem to really praise these death tolls, and they really seem to put it up in the news every single day at 10 p.m. And it's like you don't even care about what's happening back home and stuff like that. Like there's already people dying, and it's like this is just because it's the UK, and like, you know, the UK is a country that people like and stuff like that. The death tolls is becoming something that is praised. I really see that in social media is being praised a lot, which I feel like shouldn't be, because this is to a lot of people, this is real life. They've lost family, they've lost friends, but yet they seem to really glorify this this virus, this thing, which is really confusing, and it's like we don't know what to do anymore. I feel like we're at that point where we've kind of lost it. We don't know what to do. Clearly the NHS staff are struggling, and it's like what's next? What's next for us? And we don't know. So what do you think? What's next for us as the UK, as you know, as the whole world? What do you think is next for us to do with this virus?
Just know that after this virus, like things are not going to go back to normal again. Like you're talking about everyone's mental health is affected. Everyone's mental, children's, parents, grandparents, everyone, because people have lost jobs. People that have businesses, they lost business. They're not going to be able to get up again. The people that are working with the Eastern European, because of the Brexit as well. Like, so I'm just thankful that, you know, my family are alive. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. But regardless with job-wise, economics and finances, like it will take a long, I wouldn't say it will take a long time, but it will take time for us to regain where we used to be. Because you're talking about this time last year, lockdown. Yeah. Let out, restrictions, lockdown. We've been controlled. So your mindset is like, you know, even I was telling myself is that when everything eases up, opens again, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go, because my mental health is being affected so much. Like apart from working in the hospital, but apart like home is all like so many things has happened that, like I said, everyone's mental health. Like all we need is counselling, or all we need to turn to God. All about somebody like I think about somebody see God, because you know God is the only one.
For real.
But like I said, life will be tough. Yeah. Despite schools are open, but you'll be paranoid, especially when I get on a bus. I don't want to sit next to this person. So I'm saying my lad in a person I'm like, hey, my English, sir, or like, you know, because I go yamba and a bit. So I post my payment and get long or betting about hitting. But before the lockdown, we used to be like, bless you. Yeah. Hachi,
now no one bless you.
Now it's no longer bless you. Even your own relatives. Doesn't want to, you know. Yeah, everyone's bougie now. Like
everyone's bougie now. Everyone's like, no one come next to me.
No one come next to me.
It's true. It's true. Like we're laughing about it, but it's so true. It's like when I just to simply come sit next to people, like we're all gonna be like, oh no this, like even me, like getting on the bus, like I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm paranoid. I can't get on the bus anymore. I can't do it. I'd rather walk an hour than get on the bus that will get me somewhere 30 minutes, because I don't want to have to come in contact with all these people that have such up the bus.
Let me tell you one thing. You know, since this pandemic here, I have not set foot on a train.
It's scary.
I don't even know what the train looks like or what the train smells like. Me, bus.
Yeah, because it's hard. Like, it's everyone. We're all becoming paranoid. So do you think that these are going to be the next couple of issues that we're going to face in the next couple of years?
Yes.
Things like mental health, especially.
Mental health, getting over paranoia, and.
Because I feel like even myself, I feel like I'm paranoid. Like even when I'm at work, the amount of times I wash my hands, it scares me. Like I look at my hand and I'm like, is it dirty? Even though I've just cleaned it, it's like I have to go back and clean it. And I feel like I don't want to have to become this paranoid person, but it's like this is what they have kind of done to us, and it's like I don't want to have to accept it, but it's like we kind of have to accept it. We kind of have no choice but to accept it because it's happened now. We're here, and the only way is forward at this moment. So it's like we can't even do anything. But what are like your plans for the June 21st?
Everyone right now. We
June
plan.
21st.
God decides. I can't plan anything.
I know, right? Plan June 21st. Even have you seen on like social media, like everyone's going mad. Everyone's going mad social media. Everyone's like, yeah, June 21st, I'm going out. June 21st,
yeah, you go out, you don't wear mask. Corona, because longer the sus. They're coming about lockdown. So be careful.
Exactly. That's the thing. I was even thinking, do you think that after that June 21st, let's just say after the week, do you think we're going to go back into another lockdown? Because me personally, I do think so.
I don't think so, because the government know what they're doing. But I feel like at the same time, everyone needs to be cautious. Be careful. Like,
so you guys
Corona's still around.
Speak to the camera, tell me again.
Be careful and be cautious.
Be careful.
I know that you're excited because I'm hearing that clubs are opening, concert. I'm like, do you really want to be in a concert in a club packed with like 10,000s of people, bodies like this? But these times that you're sitting on the bus, you're like 5 people, so gang boy, but concert booking day. Some mask.
Like you lot, like we're laughing about it, but it's true. Like this whole June 21st thing, I feel like everyone's kind of moving mad. Like me, already said June 21st, I'm going to bed. It's a Monday as well, so I'm going to work.
But you need to think about it, even though everyone's moving mad, yeah, was really bongo one. Everyone's been living on furlough.
Let me even not say
most people live. I'm just saying realistically, yeah. It's like even when things open up here, it's not going to be the same because, like I said, a lot of people have lost jobs. A lot of people made redundant. A lot of people are living on furlough. This, that, this. So, like I said, your money is on a calculator.
Yeah.
Things that you wanted to do, yeah, like we was doing before the pandemic. We're not going to do it now because right now you're worried about when's the next time I'm actually going to eat. When's the next time I'm going to get this money again. So that's what I was saying. When I meant by be careful, be cautious, yeah, is like be cautious with your financial situation, especially those who have families to take care of, those who have kids, those who, you know, have big responsibilities. Like, yes, be happy, get excited, go up. But it's like I said, that Stratford was looking there and you're coming out with bags. You'll be lucky to even come out one bag. Somebody's shops have closed down. Like I said, a lot of businesses shut down. So even though things are going to open up again, but like I said, we're not going back to how it was like 2 years ago. Like the amount of JD Sports, by TK Maxx, Dorothy Perkins, River Island is all closed. So where are we actually going to shop? Where are we actually going to hang out? Where are we actually going to, apart from park, yeah, but realistically, like, are you telling me that if someone invites you to a wedding in July, that's with like 500 people all walking in, despite everything that's going on, the fact that not everyone had the vaccine, not everyone's done swabs, and are you literally going to go? Like I said, life is not going to
go back to normal.
Like, we'll be paranoid. Even me, I'm paranoid because I'm thinking, it's like, yes, I'm happy that I get to see my family, I can go to but then I'll be cautious as well, like how many times I'll be entering this cousin's house and that cousin's house. You get what I mean?
Yep. So that's so true. What she's saying is true, guys. So you know about the bullying about fit. You already know. You already know. Stay at home. She said it. Stay at home. You don't like to party. Stay at home.
Like, go out, yes. Have your part-time, Hyde Park, barbecues, this, that, this. But I'm talking about Carnival. I'm talking about O2. I'm talking about this. Like, is it really going to be the same? All these rappers, now about Beyonce, you can see they will come and be comfortable performing in front of 10,000 people. After, you know, they've got security there. But still, more betty kosu, twa, as you can see Beyonce.
Yeah, that is true. It's so true, guys. So please, please, guys. Think twice, as she just said. Go out, but I thought there's gonna be a lot of more outside events. That's what I think. I thought there's gonna be more outside events.
I think it'll be more like still social distance, limited numbers as well.
Do you think outside? When there's ventilation, give ventilation. I'm being serious. There's ventilation, so I'm guessing that there'll probably be more like they'll probably do like a Hyde Park, I don't know, party or something like that.
Like hall parties, because I was on Instagram, I was seeing that the halls are open, accepting bookings on weddings. It's that, yeah. But then I heard that they said by I think it's July or something, unlimited guests. But I don't trust it. Everything is still strict. They said that, like I said, don't get carried away. Like if you need to go to this cousin's house, skin dinner, you're fit, skin dinner, you. The boy did, the lobby did.
You've got to know how much people they are.
See how much people, and like I said as well, you don't know who's carrying the virus.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't know if you go to that party, God forbid, you get the virus. Like me, I'll be paranoid, and I'll make sure before I go to a party, I'll take myself to the clinic and test myself until my results is positive and I get fit. But I just know that Lati visor.
Me negative.
Oh, negative. Sorry.
God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. You don't want that here. God forbid. Yeah, please guys, stay at home if you can. Well, right now it's lockdown anyway. Stay at home. And obviously kids are coming back to school and stuff like that. And with this whole testing of kids, like no under 11s, how come, do you know why the reason under 11s are not allowed to get tested?
In my head, it's like they're too young. I know that they should get tested, but then they are too young. Imagine the 3 years old, you're putting up their nose and the throat. They're too young and it's traumatic. But I can't speak on that because, like I said, they know what they're doing. Yeah. But yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. So, do you think like the way the country had been led or is being led? Do you think is somewhat good? Do you think like what? You know, before I even continue, you don't need to stop claiming Boris as your uncle. Boris as that don't be not like no, I don't like it because. It's like you're not the same people getting angry. Oh, Boris is silly boy. Boris is, but you're the same person. Was up Bengai. Oh, Uncle Boris. Uncle who? Nah, stop claiming him because he's not your uncle. Boris Johnson. So, do you think the way Boris Johnson is the way he's leading the whole country? Do you think he's somewhat done an okay job? Do you think what would you have changed type of thing?
Like I said, when the virus came, I would have done what China done. We would have had a full lockdown for a whole 12 months. What Boris did, what he went wrong is lockdown this, lockdown open. And just like when you let rats out of the cage, they're all gonna mingle together. I'm seeing people already like when Boris made an announcement that the lockdown's gonna ease. Why am I seeing people not wearing masks on the streets? Why am I seeing people all cuddled up together? It's like, but then again, it's all like, we can't really blame Boris because me speaking, if I was in Boris' shoes, like one person taking control of a whole nation is not easy, So like I said, Boris, you done your best. Meh.
He could have done better.
He could have done better.
He could have done way better, but I feel like with his problem, he doesn't want to listen to people and stuff like that. How about like the quarantine hotel stuff? What's it called? I think it's called the red list countries.
The red list?
Yeah, where they've picked certain countries, if they come to the UK, they have to quarantine. Now, when I looked at the red list countries, the countries that they put there does not make sense. For example, Congo's in there, Angola's on there. If I might be wrong, I think Saudi Arabia was there. And I haven't heard anything, obviously, to do with the virus back home. But the countries like France, Belgium, Italy, Spain, Portugal, they're not on the list. So why is it that European countries are not on the list? It doesn't make sense. I was even looking at it and I was like, so what is he trying to do? Like,
because at first I know that Portugal and Greece was on their list, and then Dubai's on there
again.
Now they're not.
Dubai's still on the list, but it's like, where are the European countries where the virus is sitting? As in the virus, aloni sapato nae, amatonda na mesa. The virus is chilling, relaxing.
What happened to Italy being like the highest?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense how everything is jumped so quickly. That's what I don't get. Like this whole thing with everything kind of jumping. It's
China's now not on the list. China,
all of a sudden.
Bandaki Makambu oil, stay on the list. And to people as well, like, why are you traveling when they said don't travel? Could be mate, bozo look at him, bozo well at him.
Dubai. But in Dubai.
Dubai.
But in Dubai. You want to go to Dubai? You want to go to Dubai too?
I want to go to Dubai too, but I'm not going.
Exactly.
Like I said, the way this world is going right now, like no one should be traveling unless it's for essential things like family emergency, funeral, this and that. But if you're going for your own, like, you know, fun and adventures and pleasures, like, you're making it worse.
That is so true.
And even Congo and Angola, I'm not gonna lie, in December, back to bed, na Porto boke na ki Congo na Angola boke ko sala nini kuna. Ata botongi bandako ndako kone kukimate. Why did you travel when these governments they're in it here? Number one, to Wuti Porto, they're known as Bino Wuti Mboka Baviris. I swear the borders will close all. Exactly. I'm hearing that people have to jump from Kenya to go to this, to go to that, to go to. You're doing all that just to get to country. I understand, yes, well, you want mama, papa, coco, and everything. Well, yeah, Malay, when I been back, Malay, okay, West Green, thought, na Malay was up, kuna. It would have gone with Angola. Was all look at him.
They want to go eat and enjoy the sun.
Like, December's like, they said no, that's when Boris issued the lockdown. I remember we wasn't allowed to travel, but I'm hearing everyone went Angola or Congo, went Africa, and I was like, how did these people even let you? So back to me. And I'm hearing as well from my work colleagues, like in Nigeria, you can actually pay someone for a negative test result. And that's how Bazole Sabat.
You're lying.
I'm not lying at all. I heard those doctors as well, you're a fraud. But Bazo foot and bongo, negative. But Martina pen bunched up together.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, if you're Nigerian, I need your number and you know those people.
I apologize, put Nigeria on the spot.
No, I'm
but
joking.
I got told by work colleague that's what they've been doing as well.
No, I don't want to know. I'm joking. No, this is crazy. What is going on is crazy.
Yeah.
As well.
So I'm not saying that people in Angola, people that went to Angola and Congo, that government lobby to travel them and then koti Congo, koti Angola, and then otikali kunate ozongi pe, okay, kimi ozongi pe kimia. The peace don't.
It's crazy. Well, guys, you lot have heard from the nurse herself. Stay at home, please, guys. Look after yourself, look after your family, because the virus is real, it's going around. People are dying from it. People are suffering from it every single day. We understand that you want to go out, you want to have fun, you know, you just want to be free, you want to see your friends, you want to, you know, you kind of want to be just out there. But guys, the virus is going around. It's still there, it's not gone yet. Just follow the instructions that Mr. Man Boris has given to us, and hopefully we will be out of this predicament in the next 6. Put God first, definitely. Put God first,
always.
Guys. Pray to him, because he knew this before. He knew this. We were going to be where we are right now. So please, guys, look after yourselves 100%. And just to end, Abby, do you have anything that you would like to say to our peoples?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay at home.
Stay at home. Save lives.
Stay at home. Save lives. Look after yourself. But also, like, before we close in it, this pandemic as well, it only be so miso, because like I said, before this pandemic, families were not really reconnecting together. Friends were not really reconnected together. Everyone was so busy with their life that when this pandemic came, it took away everything that we didn't need. It made us realize that things that we have, if I'm making sense, like, I'm so thankful for my family. I'm so thankful for my cousins. I'm so thankful that this pandemic, like cousins that I haven't seen for a while, like it brought us closer. When everything ends as well, I hope that we can remain close. Like, it just like love, unity, and peace. Like, so what's mutu. Tika and go. Because like I said, life is too short. What's gonna happen? Right now, just like as we're living in this earth, cherish what you have, be appreciative as well. Those that lost jobs as well, God will provide. Those, you know, like us NHS workers, doctors, teachers and everything, like God will provide, and God bless you as well. People that work, police people, God bless you. And like people that homeschooling the kids is not easy. Like, listen, God bless you. And people that got kids as well, special needs as well, God bless you and God bless them. And like, my prayer is just for God to take control, God to provide, and those who have, not to be selfish, to give a hand. But like I said,
Thank you. Well, thank you so much. If you wasn't here for the whole duration, so we simply just talked about life of COVID-19, life after COVID-19, and just simply staying at home and stuff like that. But before we end the show, I want to give a big shout out to my mum that's at home. Hello, Mum. Hope you're all right. To my sisters, my brothers, all my family, my cousins. Mbote na bino nyoso be famille na biso nyoso na Angola, na Congo, na Belgique, na Suisse, na Italy, everywhere. Mbote na bino nyoso. Mamile pe oyebisa kinyana shout you out. So hi, Mamile. Hello. Does anyone that you want to say hi to?
We shout out to my mum.
Yeah.
My dad.
DJ Tokyo.
Hey. Yes. Hey. Yeah, pensa.
DJ Tokyo.
Yeah, one. Shout out to my friends, family, the hospital I work at, which I will not really name. And I love my cats.
Yeah. Yes, Miley, we're going to shout you out too. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here on the MVD show, platform where we're here to just simply discuss, to talk, to laugh, to cry, whatever emotion you are feeling, we are here to discuss that. Thank you so much for tuning into today's show, the MVD show. I have been your host, Eunice Isabel, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Dorcos.